I used to think kids just had wild imaginations. Monsters in the closet, shadows at the window, whispers in the dark. Normal fears. Things you grow out of once the world shows you it's not all that magical, or all that scary. I don't think that anymore. My daughter Ava was a bright, happy child. A little shy, maybe, but deeply curious. She loved books, bugs, and building block towers taller than she was. At 6, she still needed a nightlight. She gripped my hand a bit too tightly when we walked past the basement door. She was always afraid of the dark, but it all started with whispers. One night, last month, I heard her talking in her room. It was past 10, and I figured she was reading out loud to her stuffed animals again. I pushed the door open. "Ava?" I whispered. She turned to me slowly, too slowly. The way she moved didn't feel right. "I'm fine, Daddy," she said. Her voice was flat. It was wrong. I walked closer, a cold prickle crawling up my spine. Who are you talking to?" She blinked. "No one." Her room was completely empty. I looked in the closet, under the bed, nothing. She watched me the whole time, not scared, not confused, just watching like she was observing me, studying me. I didn't sleep that night. The next week, things got worse. I heard footsteps running down the hallway in the middle of the night, light, like a child's, but too fast, much too fast. And the house started to smell off, like damp earth, like something rotting behind the walls. One night, I found Ava sitting on the hallway floor at 3 a.m., whispering something over and over. I knelt beside her. "Sweetheart, what are you doing?" "Don't listen to her, Daddy. She lies." She looked up at me, her eyes wide and filled with tears. I scooped her up and carried her back to bed. She curled up tight, putting the covers over her chin, and whispered, "There's someone under the bed. They're pretending to beat me." My blood turned to ice. I dropped to my knees and looked. Nothing. The next morning, I found Ava at the breakfast table, humming to herself and smiling, like nothing had happened. I asked about the night before. She looked confused. What do you mean? I slept all night." You don't remember sitting in the hallway?" She shook her head. "Did I sleepwalk again?" Maybe. She used to sleepwalk when she was younger. That night, I set up my old baby camera in her room, one with video, just in case. At 2:47 a.m., the baby camera clicked on. Motion. I looked at the screen. Ava sat up in her bed. Her eyes were closed. She was whispering. And then she answered herself. Another voice, coming from somewhere nearby, low, guttural, like something trying to sound like her but couldn't quite get it. I ran to her room, heart pounding. She was asleep. I checked under the bed, still nothing. I told myself it was an interference, a glitch in the audio, maybe. But I kept the monitor on the next night, and the one after that. The whispers didn't stop. Then came the night everything changed. The storm was violent, thunder shaking the windows. Ava came into my room, trembling. Daddy, please, she's back." I sat up fast. Who, sweetheart?" "The one under the bed." She looked at me, her lips quivering. My skin crawled. Okay, let's go check." She gripped my hand so tightly it hurt. When we reached her room, I saw her. Ava, lying in bed, sleeping, but also somehow standing right beside me. I froze. "What the hell?" I whispered. Ava, the one holding my hand, squeezed tighter. "That's not me." Then the thing in the bed opened her eyes. It stared at me, unblinking, and it smiled. A wide, unnatural smile. Too wide, stretching almost to its ears. The thing that looked like Ava sat up. It didn't speak out loud, but I heard it anyways. In my head, a voice like shattering glass and gritting teeth. "You see me now." I grabbed the real Ava. God, I prayed she was the real one, and I ran as far as I could. We spent the rest of the night in the motel. The next morning, I went back to her house alone. It was empty. Ava's bed was made, her toys untouched, Her room smelled of dirt and mold. I checked the baby monitor footage. It showed me tucking her into bed. But the video, I was smiling. That same too wide smile. I didn't know what to think. Was I losing my mind? I called a child psychologist. They recommended evaluations, play therapy, the usual routine. But I wasn't imagining what I saw. I know I wasn't. I took Ava to my sister's place, 2 towns over. I didn't tell her everything, just said that we were in trouble and needed a place to stay. For a few nights, things were fine. Then Ava started to draw. All of her bedroom, the same scene over and over. Her, asleep, while another Ava crawled out from under the bed, with eyes black as coal and a mouth open too wide. One picture was different. One drawing showed me standing at the foot of her bed, only it wasn't me. My eyes were hollow, empty sockets, and something long and thin was crawling out of my mouth. I gently confronted her. "Sweetheart, why are you drawing this?" She didn't answer right away. Because she's coming." "Who is?" She looked at me. "She says she's me, but she's not. She said she wants to be real. She says I took her place." I stared at her. Took her? What does that mean?" Ava's eyes filled with tears. "She said she was the one that was supposed to be born, but something went wrong. She says I'm the mistake." A chill ran through me. I went online, deep forums, hidden threads, encrypted subreddits, anything. Places people only whisper about. That's where I found it. One post, just a single sentence. "There's someone under the bed pretending to be me." And the comments below. "Don't let them touch you. They learn by watching. The first isn't always the real one. Never trust the one who smiles." I ran back to my sister's house. Ava was gone. My sister was lying in the hallway, still breathing, but cold, like something had drained the life out of her. The front door was wide open. Wet footprints marked the wooden floor, small, bare. They went down the steps, out into the street, towards the woods. I ran. Branches scraped my face. The branches scraped my face. The forest was too quiet. No wind, no insects, nothing. Then I saw her. A small figure, crouched, rocking back and forth. "Ava!" I shouted. She turned to me. She was crying. "Daddy, help me. She's gonna take me." I ran to her and wrapped my arms around her. It's okay. I've got you. You're safe." She looked up at me, and then her face changed. The tears stopped. Her mouth curled into a smile too wide. From somewhere behind me, the real Ava screamed. I turned just in time to see her crawling out from beneath the twisted root of an old tree. Mud and dead leaves stuck to her skin. "Daddy!" she cried. "That's not me." I looked between them. 2 identical girls, one smiling, the other one crying. One filthy and shaking, and the other one calm and grinning. I had seconds. I turned to the smiling one. What's your favorite bedtime story?" I asked. She blinked. "The one about the wolf." She smiled wider. "Wrong," I said. Her answer couldn't be further from the truth. I turned and I ran to the crying Ava. She threw her arms around me. The other one let out a shriek, high-pitched, inhuman. She dropped to all fours and sprinted back towards the roots. The ground shook. The tree opened like a mouth, and it swallowed her whole. We left that night. We burned the house down, never looked back. I had no explanation for anything that had happened to us these past few weeks, and that scares me. After all of this, what mattered to me was I had my Ava by my side, safe and sound. A few weeks passed and everything returned to normal, or at least that's how it seemed. I still couldn't stop thinking about everything that had happened. Sometimes, Ava still wakes up screaming. She says there's someone standing in the corner of her room. She says it's still watching, that it's still learning. Tonight, I woke up in the middle of the night and heard Ava whispering to herself again. Only this time, she was smiling.